trying to one-handed dop an opal. Opal dopping is probably one of the most contentious issues that you can have around opals. Basically what I'm doing here is, this stuff is wax. Normally they use something called, well, dopping wax, very imaginatively named. But me, I don't care. Leg wax is much cheaper, so I just use that. There we go, onto the opal. Ooh, check that out. Now what I'm just going to do is I'm going to put this onto, this is absolutely insane what I'm doing actually, because I'm putting it onto the stove somehow. Yeah, just so that I can give you an idea of what it's like to dop an opal. I need to have two hands. You know what I'm going to do? This is ridiculous. I'm sticking the phone in the toaster. There you go. Phone's in the toaster. Who said toasters are useless? I didn't, because I like toast. Nah, came off. That's the problem. The opal has to be hot, and I don't necessarily subscribe to that theory. Well, I mean, it's true, the opal does have to be hot, but I reckon you just heat the opal up just on your own some, really. As the whole process continues, the opal gets hot. Now, the problem is with this particular opal is it's a massive one, and so it won't get hot evenly, and it won't come and it won't get to a nice, good temperature. So basically what that's going to mean is that we're going to have a lot of difficulty getting this thing to stick. My feelings are that if you're going to be dopping an opal, you need to dop it in such a way that all the moisture goes off the opal itself. And from my science background, I happen to know that it's actually harder to get something completely dry than you think. If I was going to dry a soil sample, for example, I would be putting it into an oven at 120 degrees for several days. So just because you think something's dry doesn't mean it is. And there's a lot of science behind drying stuff. If you Google it, you'll find that there's something called a wetting angle. So much more than you ever want to know. But this wetting angle is really, really important as to whether an opal is wet or not. Well, anything's wet, really, the skin included. Look at my hands. Look, I do wash them. It's just that I also do stuff. I do a lot of stuff. There we go. Finally. Now, let's have a look at that. What I'm doing now is I'm just checking, see, yeah, it's not rotating really well. So I'm just going to try and figure out which bit is not rotating well. Nearly de-dopped it. Realistically, if we want the opal to come off the dot, we've got to do it over at the wheel where it's normally coming off the dot. I'm also going to see very soon if anybody's actually logged on and all that sort of stuff. I'm just making the assumption that there are people who are talking to me. I've got my phone in my pocket. No, there it goes. Off it goes. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think that one of the most controversial things you can do when you're cutting opals is to dop one, because everyone's got a different method, and no matter how good you are at dopping an opal, it's just going to come apart the moment you go and try and publish any kind of videos on it. I've given up publishing videos. I'm just going to you know, muddle along, basically. Dop my opals when I need to, and then polish opals when I need to. Oh my gosh. These are the sorts of things that when you're actually on your own, you just sit there and do them pretty much almost automatically. I made the decision to use the stove just to show you the stove can be used to dop opals. Not because I generally do it. Other family members, shall we say, go a little bit burko when I'm doing that. They think that stoves should be used for this weird concept called cooking food. I don't know what goes through their minds, because, you know, clearly cutting opals is the most important part of life. Okay, this stone isn't 100% symmetrical, and that's why I'm putting it on the dopstick in the first place, so that makes it a little bit harder to work out. I think what's going to happen is it's going to come out in the wash. I'll let that cool. I don't know what kind of riveting show I'm providing at the moment anyway. I was just starting off and I thought I should just show people what it's like. And there's another stone that I had somewhere. It was a nice one too. Oh well, doesn't matter. Hello, 4 people. Oh my goodness. 4 people watching a stove with nothing. Better get out to the opals. Here we go. All right. Hello, pony. Hello, Max. Going to give us an obligatory hiss? Not even that. He's been quite good recently and not so good recently. He's bit me twice in the last 2 days. Loki, are you cold? Okay, these are cold birds. Oh, what was that, Max? Wants a bit of a scratchy poo. All right, I'll put the opals down for 1 second. I promise I'll get to the opaling, but just got ourselves a little bit of a request. And I'm not going to bother too much with yes, I can scratch him with my hands. There's absolutely no doubting I can scratch him with my hands. He's fine. I can grab his pin feathers, do whatever. He's perfectly happy. But he's uncomfortable, so I'm trying to actually find out where the discomfort is. And I will just use the file here, what I call the get out of jail file, because it's the kind of file that you would bake in a cake, I reckon, for a prisoner. And if you just give it a nice little rasping motion, it gets rid of most of the pin feathers. And these pin feathers here are really sensitive, and you'll see him fluffing right up because he's absolutely loving this. These are really sensitive, and this file seems to very easily get what would ordinarily be quite painful pins. Let me see if just use my finger. I'm also going to release a video at some point. I've decided to do a topic on something called beaking. That's what vets use. I don't use that term myself, but vets understand it. I was reading up on the whole topic and I understood what they were talking about. And so basically beaking is when a bird will actually bite at you but not really bite you. And there's so many reasons why they bite but don't bite. And that's generally referred to by vets, not me, as beaking. And so I might actually have to do a whole video series on that. No, look at that. You're loving this. That was the sound of a dookie. Anywho, sorry, Max. That's a look of extreme disappointment. I might get bit just as I'm trying to put this cage back together. They've usually got a lot of freedom, but Max hasn't quite figured out how to escape yet. Let me grab this. I wonder what happened with that other one. Ah, dear. Anywho, where did that go? There it is. Okay. So I've had a minor emergency trying to fix my water supply. I would have gone on a lot earlier had I not done that. What I'm going to do today, however, is just polishing, basically. Shouldn't that go on easier? Easier. Easier. Now there's a phrase that you won't hear very often. Easier. You won't easily hear me saying that. All right. Now, as per usual, if I'm going to be doing the polishing stage, I'll be sitting down. And it's a bit uncomfortable. Lucy Hastings, hello there, welcome to the show. And you're going to see opals from here, and then you'll see some more cockatoos towards the end. So roughly in an hour's time. I'll try and do things a lot quicker than I normally do. I always say that. I'm not deliberately trying to deceive, I'm just deluded. Okay, here we go. I'm not deliberately trying to deceive, I'm just deluded. Yeah, you can hear me. There we go. So, I'm just turning that off. Okay, so I've got the... Yep, everything's going as I have foreseen. Alright. So, I've got a few matrix opals. This is a pipe opal, the one that I was doing on the stove. This one is an Anamuka matrix. It's actually a pinfire matrix, little pins. I've also got like a million billion other opals that needed to be done, and I usually don't polish, so I've decided to bite on the bullet, so to speak, and just get these things polished. Now I'm going to turn this on, and then I'm going to turn on the audio and see what you're getting subjected to when this happens. Away from here in a second, and then headphones off. I'm sure you can hear with the headphones because the headphones are a bit dodgy. Can you hear me at all, my friends? I think that's better. I'm just turning this up shortly. I'm afraid you're going to have to hear that noise. That's probably the best we're going to do. I will turn things around a bit just to try and get things happening. That's a bit better, but still, the noise is a bit annoying. Let me see if I can just solve that for you. There we go, that's better. Alright. Into the infernal contraption we go. Test grind about to happen, and we'll see if everything is okay. Now from here on in, I've turned my audio down, so that means that if there's an issue, I'm not going to hear it, so please speak up if something goes wrong. Alright, let's try and see what happens. The water isn't flowing too well. At the moment I don't mind if it's going to heat up a bit, so not an issue yet, but it will be. I'm trying to have a nice little flat spot on the side, so this is a pipe opal. Just plain and plain. Back to the water pipe more.
That's the issue with doing niche things. There is no commercially available open cut. You go to Kmart, you have all these shelves. I don't know where we are in the world. The UK market is further to queue up. What am I going to do? So quick. Reason being, I want to have a nice vertical space on the oval. I am going to change the paper as well. I've decided that it's a bit silly to go from this really tough 3D paper over to the next one, the one just behind my thumb, which happens to be 5,000 grit, really soft. And then the one that is sitting there next to the cerium oxide is supposed to be the really fine stage. It's actually 1,000 grit, so it makes more sense to change the order. The 5,000 should be the 1,000 and the 1,000 should be 5,000. So on and so forth. Just having a look at the open, you can see what I'm worried about at the moment. Yeah. So you can see the bottom half is oval, fine, that's great. This guy, it's just a horrible shape. Now, this can be expected with pipe opals because you're dealing with different materials. It's really hard to get a nice consistent shape in them. What I've learned with my epic experience, so ironically, what I've learned with my experience, however, is that a lot of the issues are actually not on the face, but on the back of the oval. So let's have a look. Still got that, yeah. And what I'll show you here is the material that we're working with. You'll see there's actually the sandstone from the pipe. Not the opal itself, there's the sandstone. So the moment you just touch that, it'll just grind away very quickly. Compared to the opal, it'll grind away very slowly. So you've got to be so cautious. Ordinarily, people like to just have entire opal faces. Much easier to work with. But if it's a bowler opal, you don't have that option. Very often you have to have a little bit of the substrate sitting with the opal. Just one of the issues you've got to deal with. You can deal with boulders. It's also angled a bit badly, yeah. The other thing is that I've docked, it's not that I've docked it badly, it's that the opal is a bit thicker on this side. I might have to solve that just quickly with the I just had to quickly deal with it. So here we go. What I've done is I've just quickly used the Dremel tool to bring that end up a bit. So that should make life a little bit easier. This is still quite a high difficulty open to do. Just because of the nature of its two-toned substrate. Well, it's the substrate and the opal basically. If it gets too bad, what I might have to do is I'll have to take my conversation with this opal offline so that it'll Then, what am I doing? I'm cutting an opal. Well, actually, I'm polishing an opal. These are, I can actually help show you. Making sure the stage is perfect. This is what we call a boulder, and I'll show you an example of a boulder before it's cut. It's not exactly the same. This is the one I'm building into the pipe open. So this is the chunk of boulder. I'll wet it for you so you can see. In many cases, extremely different. It's a yawa nut, this guy. The one I'm dealing with at the moment is called a pipe opal, which is much different. Basically, a pipe opal is a void that's occurred in a rock, and then opal has just come in. And this is yawa nut, which is essentially a nodule that's formed. And then as the nodule's been eroded away, because it's iron, so the iron's let it away, and then it's being infilled by opal. So they're slightly different. Basically, they all come to the same thing. This guy hopefully will be going to Ukraine. What am I going to put it on? That's a good question. I'm still doing metal smithing. I'm certainly not, like if you have a look at there's a guy by the name of Phil Mill, he's from the Opal Mill. He's a really good silversmith. And so he will very often get the stones that he cuts and then stick them onto gems. Gems? Honestly, English. Must be a second language. First language is Australian. Yeah, he'll stick it onto a ring or something silver, and I certainly have metal things that I'm starting to fashion into this, but I'm trying to get the metal from the good part. I can understand that. Let me try and... There we go. That's a little bit better, I think. Turn off the ones that we don't need. That'll be a little bit better. Thank you for telling me that, by the way. Can you hear me now? And you weren't being rude, you were being very polite. Is that any better though? Actually, I'll turn up my own audio and have a listen to what's going on. We've got a double whammy going on there because my other audio is actually geared towards the other cutting bridge, which is over to the right. And because it's geared to the right, you don't necessarily hear as well from this side. Hopefully you can hear it now. Where's the other microphone? Let's see the other microphone. Must have gone down. It's a funny game of follow the lead. Found the other microphone. There it is. Alright, no wonder. You won't get too distracted by the noise things, and you'll hear all the actually I'll tell it. It is the trail mark after all. Okay. I'll just turn that on and see what is that. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Let me see, does that sound any better? Any flickering. no hearing, no hearing, no hearing. Couldn't hear now. No hearing. No hearing, no hearing, hearing, hearing. How about now? Okay, sorry, there is about a 5-second lag between when I do the adjustment, which makes it very, very difficult to figure it all out. Honestly, I put it back in and then it... Gee, good invented technology, huh? I think it's literally the act of putting it into the cradle that's causing the issues. There we go. Alright, so what I've got here is I've got a backup plan. I've got a selfie stick. So what I might do is I might just... Okay, into the selfie stick it goes, and that's going away. All I need to do now is figure out a place to put the selfie stick. How do I do this? Yeah, so what I can do is I can split the end here, and that puts it in like so. So come on, you can do this. Yeah, put it into there. Perfect. There we go. Right, so can we finally hear? Brilliant. Oh, that's because you've arrived, J is for genius. That's why the audio's improved. It had nothing to do with me. My lucky charm is here. I occasionally play Minecraft with my daughters, is what I was saying before. Not very often though, I'm sorry to say. I did when it first came out. I built a pyramid entirely out of TNT. That was fun. It was a big pyramid too. Never had the heart to blow it up. No, not on the PlayStation. I play usually on a PC or, back in the day, on an iPad. iPad 2. I think that you've got to go to an archaeological dig to find one of those nowadays. Just to keep you up to speed with things, J's for Genius, I am still trying to get the shape of this opal sorted. Once I've gotten the shape of this opal sorted, I'll go and shape up a few others before I go on to other grips of sandpaper, because the shaping phase is important, and you should shape a lot of things. And look at that. I can, but not right now. Because at the moment, I'm currently at a real life version of a crafting table. I wonder where it all is. I should be able to find it. When I was younger, there was a show called Different Strokes, and the song was, "It takes different strokes to rule the world." I think that's what I've just experienced. Lord. No, this is my crafting table. Well, sort of, I suppose. Yeah, I build a lot of things. I don't know if a real life crafting table is what I would call it. Because this opal machine I built myself. What would I say? I built it out of 1 unit of iron, maybe 2 or 3 units of copper, maybe 5 units of sandpaper. How's that going? I think it's getting better. It's just that it's a toughie, this one. Just to keep things in 100% clarity, this is an opal, not a crafting table. I'm not sure I needed to tell you that, but you know, just in case. Granny horror. No, I don't. Well, hang on for a second. I'm just going to turn my Wi-Fi off, just in case it's causing issues. Forgot about that. Sorry about that, guys. Right. Yeah, it is. Quite a massive one. It was the one I was doing before. I've had a few things going on. I suppose I can tell you, my father got cancer. Quite a nasty one too, and so the Fortnite map. I've been planning on turning this into a gaming channel at some stage, but I haven't quite managed it. All these opals keep getting in the way. But I could talk to my kids about getting a Fortnite map up and running. They might be able to tell me what to do. Anywho, my father has gotten himself a pretty nasty cancer, and I've been in and out of surgery for the last couple of weeks. In case you're wondering why I'm not necessarily doing things in my usual aplomb. Now, just so that you know, things are as good as they can be as far as this cancer is concerned. So it's one of those situations where a 50-50 chance is actually quite good. And we've gotten ourselves the 50-50, which is as much as we can hope for. What did you build in Minecraft, my friend? Is it any better than a pyramid made entirely of TNT? Quite a frustrating little stone, this. That's all right. I'll get it under control. You can see that, we'll bring it right up, that the problem that I'm dealing with is just that pocket of sandstone that's right there. That pocket is causing all sorts of grief. That's why the top of the stone is caved in like that. The rest of the stone won't easily come down. But this bit will. So I just sit there and I very carefully carve, and then if I make one mistake, if I happen to... Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto. Wow. In Minecraft, was it very pixelated? I can imagine like the Minecraft is kind of like known for its blocky appearance, just like my live stream sometimes. In fact, someone described my live stream as if it was being played in Minecraft. I'm sure that was a compliment. So you managed to build Grand Theft Auto in Minecraft, did you? That does sound like an impressive achievement, but isn't there already a Grand Theft Auto that's been made? I thought they had anyway. Have a look at you. We're getting there, we're getting there. It is certainly giving me grief, but we are getting there. Oh, we've got two sides, look at this. This side here and this side here got exactly the same issue. I'm wondering. Let's have a look at the reverse side of this stone and just ask ourselves the question, should I cut it where all of that unpleasantness is? Yeah, they do. And he's very lucky from one perspective because he's a surgeon, and so he knew the symptoms of his particular cancer, and so when he first experienced them, he went off to get himself tested straight away. That's a marketing saver, but still, it's a nasty one. Actually, I got the impression that you were actually working in the medical system in Canberra, weren't you? Could be wrong about that. I was wrong once. You built the whole of Europe. I presume you're talking about in Minecraft, Steph. Because, like, I've tried to build the whole of Europe once, but like I ran out of bricks. And the lease is killing me. Like, have you ever tried leasing an area the size of Europe? Alright, I'm just going to go and pretend that everything's okay with this. Just like the whole cancer thing, really. Everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. Hopefully I won't stuff it all up. Oh, in Minecraft. Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Everything's fine, craft. Oh, you're not even seeing that, sorry. Move that over here, like so. You can see what I'm doing. Just that this part of the sandpaper happens to be... This part of the sandpaper happens to be a little bit rougher, so I can get more stuff done. Ah. Oh well. If it's Canberra, it's public service then. I'm a public servant too, if you are. Working in a justice system. And Opals. What don't you know, Beth? It's very hard to keep abreast of these conversations with all the lag. Maybe I should look back. That's okay, Beth. You do what you have to do. Thank you for subscribing. I'm not sure I'm making this any better. Admittedly, it is a tough one to do. In 1 minute? Okay. I don't think this thing will be done in a minute. I'm just trying to get this done. Let's see, have I... Okay, I'm getting there. 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 I get the general impression that this guy is actually going to come good the closer to this side we get. What I might try doing is just hacking off from the top here, just to see what that does. If it does improve it, yeah, I think it does. Bye! Have a lovely whatever you need to do. What I'll do is I'll move that over to the other I'll move that to the other machine because it's clearly having a little bit of an issue. So what I'll do is I'll try and shape it properly with another piece of equipment. What that does is it frees me up to grab a few other stones. Let's have a look at this guy. No, not that one. I've got a few that are sitting around which need to be done. That's why I'm using this particular machine today. I'll go into the other side. Just so you can see my dilemma. I've got dozens and dozens of these bad boys that are just sitting here. I'm going to pop them over here. In varying stages of completion. That guy's a beauty. This is our invisible opal. Very important to keep your invisible opals under tight scrutiny. They could get away from you. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Some of these ones are just the, if you see that little, no, they're not. This one's come back on, oh, I guess I could see it. Okay, there's a mark just basically there that I need to get off of the Opal before it's saleable. And in order to get to that mark, I've got to get an awful lot of Opal off it. So I'm not going to do that one first, because that's a toughie. Here we go. Here's another boulder Opal, which has been, that's only going to be a pretty low quality Opal, unfortunately. This one will get shaped a bit better. This one, as you can see, it's got a little bit of stuff on it. So we'll only do a few of these because it's getting colder out here. I suppose it's getting colder in Canberra too, so I shouldn't complain. I'll try and get this one nice and rounded. It's got exactly the same problem as the other one, the pipe Opal, which makes life difficult. This guy needs to be shaped correctly. This guy needs to be shaped correctly. This guy's got a little imperfection somewhere. Yep, same deal as the other one. And this guy, one of those amazing invisible Opals again. Alright, I think I've got enough to keep me off the street. Let's have a look. Let's do this guy first. Just needs a little bit of shaping. And then we'll move over to another of the, whoop. I didn't need to do that because I thought that the machine was on, but it's not. So I'll worry about that later. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just going to try and make sure that all of the parts of it, yeah, okay, so we can see that just here, you can see that little bit of bowing that's happened there. Got to get rid of the bow. So look at this side. There's a bit of bowing on the underside, so I'm just going to quickly nip over to the Dremel tool and just get rid of that bow that's sitting underneath it, and then I'll come back. This should take like seconds. Quite a few more seconds than I was hoping for, but that's okay. Off it comes. Let's have a look. So that guy, I just did it. You've seen me do Dremel work before. Oh, hi Beth. Back again. More punishment. Okay, so just get, it was a bit brutal. That will sort itself out, don't worry. You probably don't see what I saw. It's just a little bit of brutality that's occurred there. So what I am going to do is I'm going to replace this with the 1K paper. And anything else I'll do with the cerium oxide. But I don't think I'll be able to get onto the higher polishing anyway. And if I do, I might be able to get away with using cerium oxide. Well, I did see Max the Cockatoo earlier, but I think you're talking to Beth, right? She can probably scroll back to about, I don't know, to be about the 5th minute. Yeah, scroll back to about 5 minutes, I reckon. You'll see Max the Cockatoo. Just after I'm sitting in front of the oven, the stove, chopping opals, then I go over and I chat with the cockatoos. And I will be going back to the cockatoos into practically anyway. People like them. I give the people what they want. So I also have to get these done. Right. Ah, yes. I very often subscribe to the magical Boom Boom. I feel like I'm in the middle of a Turing test sometimes, but that's probably just me. Yes, Max is a cockatoo who I had to rescue. I had Loki, and I was looking for some things for Loki, and whilst I was looking for those things, found Max in a cage, and he was in a very bad way. So I asked how much he was. It was relatively cheap, so I just bought him on the spot. The reason he was cheap was because he was quite a mean-spirited as far as they were concerned, cockatoo. But you would be mean-spirited if you'd had your wings cut off. You would be mean-spirited if you were given just a tiny little cage to live in. So I understood it. So basically, with Max, there was no trying to train Max. There was none of that because I really wasn't interested in training him. I was just interested in getting him out of the bad situation he was in. But strangely enough, maybe not strangely at all, he's responded quite well to that treatment, and we've become the best of mates. Don't get excited, I'm just taking this off and replacing it with a 1K paper. Well, allegedly I am. There we go. Okay, 1K paper, here we come. Where are you? There we go. 1K paper, here I come. Life is where we started from. 1K paper, here I come. Okay. Back on we go. This water is just not working it well for me. That's okay, I will sort that out later on. One of my nieces is a nurse and she gives me expired drips. It sounds really weird, but I enjoy them. Oh, something went wrong. Okay, so here we go. Turn this on again. That's weird. Something went from the moment I turned off the machines, then it went right again the moment I turned the machines back on. Okay. Hello, it is For Life, is that the name? Pleasure to see you. Edits For Life, okay. Sorry about that. How dare I get your name wrong? BJ is the genius. If you need any miracles done, just ask her. She does them at very reasonable rates, as far as I know. Basically, she shows up and cool stuff happens. Whoop. You can see that my water ain't working too well. It's starting to... Is it working at all? Come on. Good little water. There you go. Sippy. See, your cut and paste is stuck a bit. That's all right. Now, this is the more exciting bit anyway. We're getting to the pointy end of the cut. It's also the bit where you have to be a bit more fastidious. So tend not to live stream the final moments, because you've got to sit there with, you know, magnifying glasses and all sorts of things, making sure that everything's good. Which is not thrilling viewing, I have to confess. I mean, it's a certain audience would like it, I suppose. Tell me, Beth, what does sippy mean? Or is it hippie? Okay. I bet. No, it's not too... Okay. I thought I had the code cracked for a second, then I realised I hadn't. So I'll have to just keep going with whatever I'm doing. Alright, here we go. I'm not very happy with the water that's being not dispensed. That's not too bad. I've had worse things in life. Ah. That's alright. Are you on Minecraft and you're sending somebody a zippity-doodah? Okay, I'm putting this guy down for the time being because it's mostly done. That one I'm not doing for that one. This guy here, perfect. So we'll look at you. Yeah, okay, so first things first, I'll just give you a bit of a zhushing from here. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get the shape a bit uniform. So this corner here is a bit dodge. So goodbye corner. What else is dodge here? You're lucky, Beth. The things that I say by accident, you can't come back. There's a phrase, you can't put toothpaste back in the tube once you've squeezed it out. If I say something by accident, I lose friends. Well, I'm in the zone of just carving off too much of one particular part of an opal today. I'm not exactly happy with that concept, but you know, it is what it is. And there we go. So let's keep that going a bit more on the side. There we go, now this side. Right, now this side. Yep. Yeah, I did. I watched another guy who's a planet guy, and he was asking a question. I never saw his video, but he was going, have we been through another Carrington event? And that's basically when sunspots go wild, and I'm wondering whether that actually is a thing. I think we haven't done a Carrington, but I think we've had a lot of sun activity. Apparently, our own aurora has been going nuts as well. I live in Sydney, so I'm just too far away from it. But if you're in Melbourne or Canberra or Hobart even, yeah, well, Hobart's closer, you might have been able to see the southern lights quite well. That Aurora Borealis, probably to go with the steamed hams. Okay, so it all becomes clear. I know why I've been having so much trouble. If you have a look, there's actually unstable opal just there. I suppose when you think about it, the Aurora Borealis is actually one way of knowing that you're being protected from all of the universe's harmful rays, because well, on Opal Guy's video, remember I don't think he's in Canada or Alaska or anywhere. I think he's just where is he? I could be wrong, Florida way. He's very, very, very south considering. So he probably picked it up and he filmed it on his camera. Oh sure, I saw something. I'll review the footage at some point. That's getting better. That's getting better. Finally. I thought that would never happen. I was starting to wonder if I was even an opal cutter for a second. Should I answer the phone to my brother? Hello there, my friend. I'm currently on a live stream. Well, how can I help you?
Do you want the big bag of bread?
Yes, of course I want the big bag of bread.
Okay, right, I will drop the beef line our way through.
Excellent. Have a nice day.
Bye.
So that was my brother. He just told me he's dropping off a big bag of bread. Yay! Ah. Okay, I was trying to be polite. Oh gosh, when you're doing this stuff, you try not to say silly things. That's a lot better. Right, so my brother will be coming on. Basically the story about that is that over at their place, well next to their place roughly, there is a bread shop which does awesome bread. And it's also cheap, and you know, things as they are. I like a nice loaf of bread, and I like a nice cheap loaf of bread. So occasionally when they go to the shop, they say, do you want another loaf from that shop? And I'm like, totally do. That's what all that was about. But I'm getting cold, so what I'll do is we'll have a look at this. That's getting there. But let's go to the birds. Oh. There we go. Turn off. Rotate device. Alright. Okay. Take off the lapel mic. There you go. Just to prove that I was plugging something in, because you hadn't heard all the crackling before.
I can't. There you go, lapel mic. Just to prove I had a lapel mic. So, blue food guy. Woohoo! Nice and dark. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. How are we, fellas? Because I've got the selfie stick now, I can, like, you know, do the whole. I can do the whole. Oh yes, and now I'm selfieing. Blah 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 blah. Oh. Now look there, look here. We have all the paraphernalias here. This sounds like it. I'm doing this sort of for fun, but it feels like a very narcissistic thing to do, really, to be honest. Let's just zoom it right out. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Hello, Leggy. Is that you, Max? I'll flip him around so you can see. There's the flippy around button. There it is. Ding. That's Max there. This is so stupid. Hey, Max. Don't like the selfie stick, I presume? Rightio, we'll flip it around and do it the normal way. If there is a normal way to do things with the selfie stick. Yoink. Aha. Selfie sticks are quite difficult to manage, you know. What I'll do is I'll just can I? No, bad. So how do I do this? I can kind of do that. Maybe upside down. Sorry, I'm just getting this whole selfie stick thing sorted out. I'll have to flip it around, I think. Okay. Okay, so like that. I'll show you what I'm doing. Flip it around like so. And then I can... Hello. Oh, hello, Loki. Actually, I'll just go first person. Why not? Much easier. You know. So the nights are getting colder. So these birds fluff up on the top of a hat anyway. Look at that nice little picture there. My brother will be over any minute with bread. That'll be interesting. No. Okay. Max, do you want a scratchy poo? Actually, I'll demonstrate that he's fine with the hands because I haven't scratched. Yeah. There you go. Now, just so that you know, he has bitten on a few occasions, so I don't know what's quite going on. I think he's, like I've been saying before, he hasn't been biting so much as beaking, but he's a powerful bird, so his gentle bites will actually take skin. Whoop. Sorry. Yeah, he's got an interesting situation with his crest feathers there. He's got one crest which I don't like. I mean, I like it, but I think it's particularly good. And you can see I can get right in there now. You can see how I'm just absolutely... And sometimes you get into trouble because you're taking a few more liberties, and then he goes, no, I'm not into that. Hello. Whoa. It's all right. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the feathers on the back of their neck are quite sensitive. Loki's the same. And if you go and get the pins, you're going to get into trouble, as you just observed. I'll use this for your back. How about that? There you go. How's that? Don't bite me. It's nice, see? It's nice. He's just not trusting me. I'm like 5 seconds away from getting bitten. That's how easy it is to lose trust. Fortunately, I'm here for their welfare, and so if you just concentrate on their welfare, you'll establish trust again. The trust is really important because, if they've got some urgent thing that needs attention, you need to be able to literally grab them. And Max, if I needed to grab Max, yeah, I could, but I would not like the consequences. He is very good at birdie jiu-jitsu, and that means that if you try and control him, physically restrain him, he's going to be able to get his head and his beak around into weird kinds of angles, and he'll really get a nice painful nip in. You can tell that he's learned that from his previous experiences. Basically what he's had to learn to do is to, fight and basically bite in such painful ways so that the previous owners just learned not to touch him. So that is probably how he survived. There we go. You're loving that, aren't you? See, there is a fine line between pleasure and pain, as the divinals have told us. And the thing is that if you take too much of that growth plate away from the beak, it moves from being a nice scratchy experience to being a horrible raw skin experience for them. So they move from being very, very happy to be very, very bitey very quickly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the... It's all right. Yes, because this thing is well known for killing you. There we go. Do I need to do this happy thing? You were about to go. Come on, up you get. Okay, Loki, how are you, huh? Don't intimidate her. This is a house of consent. No means no. Or hello Max means hello Max. Yes, I know. When she's uncomfortable, she says hello Max. But let's go get a bird's eye view of this, huh? Here we go. Oh yeah, it's literal bird eye. So this is the typical interactions from Loki and Max. Max is trying to get there, and Loki is not liking it in the slightest. Yep, so Loki's back. This is where Loki is now. I'm her best form of protection. Yeah, I know, Max. I'm sorry. Do you want to scratch? Yeah. Scratchy poo? There you go. I call that wary pleasure, the look he's giving me at the moment. He's still a bit wary, but he's quite enjoying what's going on. Do you want me to scratch your, want me to get your beak sorted out? Oh, no. Is that sore? Can I have a look? Okay, so he's definitely got a sore crest pin somewhere. Let's have a look. You'll need to come down here for me to see it, Max. You'll have to go there. Loki just bit my ear. Come here. Come on. How are you going to get there from there? You know, I'm going to have to clean that up. Well, go to here. Go to here. Go to here first. Yeah, over here. Good. Right. Now, can you, yeah, go to here. Go to there. Yep. Yeah, and then onto here. Yeah, perfect. Now onto here. Come on, you can do this. Never work with children or animals, they say. Yeah, I'm getting there. If you come over here, I'll be able to... I love it when he steps. Come on. Yeah, I think I'll have to do a video on beaking, and I'll do it, you know, in the clickbait form. 5 tips on how to do X, Y, and Z. Don't miss number 3. It's a corker. There we go. Yep. Yeah, come on. Come on. I'm not putting you into... Oh, do you think Birch? No. Okay. What he thinks is that I'm trying to get him back into the cage. He doesn't want to go back into the cage because he's only just gotten out of it. That's fair enough. Is that better? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's all I was after. So let's have a look at your crest. Okay. Because I think you've got an issue with your crest. Okay, where is it? Let's see. It's that one there. Okay, get that further out of the way. Come on. There we go. See, that thick one there is the problem. Let's have a look. Sorry, Max, if it's making you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, so that thick one, I can't explain exactly, but it doesn't look right to me. It looks a bit too pink. There we go. Oh, you've got so many feathers. Who'd have thought a bird has so many feathers? Yeah, that pink piece right in the middle there is the bit that's worrying me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick the stick the thing on selfie, like that. Yeah, pop it on. So I'm just using the selfie stick again. Come on. There we go. Okay. Should I? Yeah, I'll do it the other way around. Sorry about this, guys. So pop it on like so. Just a few minutes of necessary knacking around with the camera angles, and then we will get back to your regular scheduled looking at birds and stuff. Right, here we go. In it goes. Perfect. Now, flip it round. As much as you like seeing my living room, you probably want to see the birds. And my Archimedes machine. Don't forget the Archimedes machine, Phil. There we go. Pop that onto the table. Right. Now, Maximus, Pontifex Maximus. Let's have a look at your feathers. Okay, look. We've been here before. I'm not going to hurt you. When was the last time I disemboweled you? Last time I checked, never. Still quite a while ago. I'm not sure I can actually show you what I'm looking at here. You'll be able to tell because it'll start biting me. Now this isn't because the truss has been blown, so to speak. Here, it's this pin feather here. This is so much like the Hoof GP, if you see that show. Ah, hey, laddie, we've got the Gorian. Of course, he doesn't have that kind of Scottish accent, but you know. What are you doing, Ricky? I need to trim your feet. Maybe I could do that on the live stream. Or maybe you could just destroy my jumper on live stream. Yeah, either way, either or. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, mate. Just going to gently scrape it. There away. You don't hear something go crisp like that. That is my bird, that is my bird, that is my bird. Well, technically not really my bird. This is a rescue. And so instead of saying I own a bird, I'm saying that we share a house. So basically, rent-free. My bit to help with the environment, I suppose. There we go. There's some bits of the sheathing, if I can show it to you. No, I dropped it. But I'm not happy with that feather. And it continues to regrow like that, and I don't know. I may have to take him to the vet and say, what's wrong with this feather? Here's another one with the same issue. Or is that the same one? No, it's the same one. Basically what I'm seeing is the pin stage is just a bit too, the pin's a bit too long. It stays pink for too long, basically. And if you have a situation where the pin stage is actually choking out the blood supply on the feather, well, that is one of the symptoms of beak and feather disease, and you don't want that. But if it's happening with just one feather, he's just got a badly growing feather, so it's not a big deal. But you know, when you're dealing with birds, issues like beak and feather disease are never too far from your own mind, are they? Especially parrots. So let me formally introduce these birds. This one's Max. This one over here is Loki. Loki, step. Good bird. Hello. Back on we go. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so it's all hands on deck when we've got these birds. They get very jealous. They're very bored. They get very bored very quickly as well. So if you're thinking of owning cockatoo, no, don't. This is a both of these birds I got as an accident, really. Although I was on the lookout for another bird when I got Loki, because it's not fair to have them just on their own. So even though the events with Max are as I described them, I wasn't particularly concerned with getting another bird because that's Pony. He does the power dives all the time. But I don't usually let Pony out at this point in time because, well, I like her to be alive. And these two cockatoos, I'm not sure what they're going to do with her. I don't think they would deliberately kill her. They might accidentally do it. Because they play pretty rough. And I am sorry about not reading all of the comments when I'm doing this, because basically if I lose concentration with Max especially, I'll lose a finger. Which one would you like me to tickle? What I'll do is I'll show you Loki actually, because Loki is a little bit more of a performer. Max is just a rescue, but Loki's a performer. So Loki, step please. I'll go and get some stuff. I'll be right back. Max might do some stuff, and so we'll... Yep. It's okay, Loki's with me. I know. Very exciting, isn't it? So let's do Max first. Max is not really learning the tricks of the trade because, well, I never really wanted him. I never really taught him to do tricks because I never thought it'd ever get to that, to be honest. But we can do some tricks. All right, I've got the pasta on this side, and I've got the stick here. You should know what all this is about. No, down here. Down here. Down here. Good bird. So this is how one trains a bird. If you want to know all about it, there's a YouTube channel called Bird Tricks, and this is called target training, and they cottoned me onto this. I knew that there was clicker training before, but target training specifically, using a stick. Okay, so basically, there you go. All right. Okay. So look, I'm just going to go here, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Loki. Good. See, I told her to speak. Now, Max also, I've given him the same trick of speaking. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. Speak. Speak. Come on. Not for the cameras. Come on, speak. Good bit. Basically, his speak is just a hiss. Can I tickle every power I own? I presume you mean parrot. Yeah, I can. Okay, Loki, step. Good bit. Down we go. And tickle, tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. All right. Here you go. Here, have that. Right. Now watch this. Here we go with Loki. I'm just going to turn this around so you can see Loki. There she is. And bring it down. There we go. All right. Okay, Loki. Oh, are you ready? Pony's in the background here too. But wings. Good bird. Very good. You want to turn around? Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Still got the food. Come on, turn around. You know what to do. Come on. No. Turn around. She knows. She just wants to do the wings trick. Turn around. Turn around. Now let's try and do another trick with you. Shake hands. Okay. Do you want to speak? Good. Right. Now, give me a high forward. High forward. Good bit. So basically, if you were facing the other way, it'd be much more impressive. But you do what you have to do. I'll turn around actually. Turn around, come on, Loki. Turn around. Turn around. Good bit. What are you doing? You're a bit nervous, aren't you? Right. Give me a high floor. Oh. All right. Okay, show's over. Max has decided to. There you go. Now there's empty space here, but it won't be empty for long, I don't think. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Good bird. Good bird. There you are. He doesn't care anymore. He's just wanting the affection. There you are. All right. So if I, that's all I've got. So, good bird. So basically what I'm doing is I'm rewarding him with pats. Now, what a lot of people, even the Virtrix guys, don't understand about cockatoos, they don't really like, well, they like them, but cockatoos are a little bit too rowdy for them, which is true, they're very rowdy. But what they don't realise is how social, well, they do, how social the birds actually are. And so rewarding them with food just ain't the thing. You reward them with social interaction. And doing the right kind of social interaction with a bird is quite difficult because it's all to do with some of their other mating behaviours and all those sorts of other things, so you can easily confuse the bird. Did that really hurt you? Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so what are we going to do? Are we going to show them your new tricks? The fact that we want to get you onto my arm. If I get him onto my arm, it will hurt a lot because he will explore his environment. And that means he's going to bite my arm. He's not going to mean to hurt me, but he will definitely hurt me. You want to get on here? Please don't hurt me. It's a... Oh, really? Okay, fair enough. Well, I prefer that. I'll get the stick out though and see if you're going to respond. He's not liking the training that I'm doing with the stick, but this is a good way to get them to just learn how to step up onto your hand. You can see his reaction. He's not happy with the stick at all. Well, Loki, you want that? Quite frankly, it's a cudgel. It's just to give me enough distance. Come on, get on here. Come on, get on. Come on, get on here. Get on here. Come on, get on. This will be a big thing if he actually steps up onto this stick. He won't have ever done it with me just holding it. I'm even going to go right-handed with the stick just to make sure. Come on, step on it. Step on. Step on. Come on, step up. Step up. If he does this, this will be the first ever. Step up. Come on. Yeah, come on, step up. You know what you need to do. Step up. Step up. You can do it. You scratch. One thing I love about these birds is how stubborn they actually are. What I dislike about all of these birds is how stubborn they are. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on, get on there. 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 You can do it. You can do it. World premiere, Max getting onto the stick. Get on there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. No, I'm not going to scratch you. I'm as stubborn as you. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. You know what you need to do. If he even puts 1 foot on there, it'll be great. Come on, 1 foot. Come on, you can do it. 1 foot. 1 foot, come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, you know what you need to do. He just does not trust me holding this stick as a perch, that's all. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Oh, nearly. Come on, you can do it. Step on there. Come on, step on there. So amazing how he knows what I want him to do, and yet he's so stubborn. Come on. My arm's getting tired, so I'm resting it up on there. It's a big stick. bird. Good bird. That was massive progress. I know it doesn't look like massive progress, but it is. Okay, come on, get up on there. Get up on there. You can do it. Come on. Come on. This is the kind of patience that's required to train a bird. Come on. I think we're about training over now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Come on. He's definitely over it, so we'll see. Come on, come on, come on, come on, do it. Come on. Yeah, he's pretty much over it. We can go and spit, but it's not as impressive, that's all. It's alright. Someone's at the door. Sorry, I'm live streaming. Delivery of bread?
Delivery of bread.
Alright.
May I give some as a piece of bread?
What, to the birds or me?
The birds.
Okay. Well, you are absolved of your whatever you did.
My opening the door.
Would you mind being on the...
I don't mind.
Okay. This is one of my nieces. Hang on. There you go.
Oh, okay. And some bread for you.
Right. Well, do seeing that all of this is happening now, I'm going to have to...
I'm moving.
Yeah. Okay, things are going to be happening this evening, so I've got to end the live stream here so you can see that the birds are doing their thing. So, I hope you had a fun time watching all the birds do their stuff. You want to come here, Loki? No. All right. Have a lovely afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or evening, or whatever you're doing. It's probably morning in the United States by now. Dr. Phil out, I suppose. Have a nice day.
Finally. Okay, listen, babe.
Hang on.
We need to go and drop